The spreader.
Okay. We'll call the September 10th Board of Finance meeting to order. Approve or amend the agenda. So move. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approve or amend the minutes from the last meeting.
Motion to approve. I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Carried. Accept the monthly financial report.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Accept the monthly tax collectors report. You all got that too, right?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Auditors update. The auditor sent me, there was a question last month and the format of the budget and the audit does come from management and prior auditors. It will agree with the budget of the town, but format isn't specific. Usually mostly for the format of how the town presents the budget, but can have some variances as long as it agrees in total. Hopefully that answers the question. Treasurer's time.
Okay, so it's that time of year where we're gonna do the transfers for the budget, because as we know, the municipal budget cannot have any accounts over even a penny. So this report right here, the top page are the transfers I'm proposing. You're gonna see immediately there's one that needs to go to town meeting since it's over $20,000, which is your threshold. This side is the accounts that are need money, right? They're over budget. These are the accounts we're pulling from. Behind it is the final report on where we landed. So it's just your financial report that you normally see every month. So the one that's over 20 will have to go to town.
You want to go over it kind of?
Okay, so the final ending result is we were under budget 200,585.26. The biggest reason for that is lack of a full-time highway department person. Along with that goes the taxes, along with that goes their benefits and their paid time off. So that's the biggest area that we're can use the money on. The other part is the resident trooper. Our current resident trooper, as we already found out, makes less than the prior one, so we budgeted for the prior one. So there's the other savings. I think pretty much the rest of them are kind of self-explanatory, but I'll go over the all the accounts that are over. Probate court was over 99.52. Election expense was over 6,742.13. Assessor's salary, in the salary line is also her benefit line. So we pay a portion of her benefit. So that came out to be $4,067.46. The books and NDA and ADA, sorry, over 380. Contract services on the assessor's column still 346.58. Dues over by $5. like I said, even a penny has to be transferred. Then we go to the payroll service fee, that was over 2,392.18. Town council was over $18,031.87. Town clerk, the assistant line was over 4,750. General supplies was over by 201.67. And computer hardware was over by 1,029.37. Next, we go to the town hall. Heating fuel, 116.34. Then, okay. So resident trooper supplies, this is the line that we had gotten rid of because they weren't using it and that used it. Which obviously with a $23,000 savings on his salary, it didn't matter. But it's over by $1,098.07 because there was nothing budgeted. The building official software went over by $728.20. Traffic lights went over by $348.70. The electric at the town garage went over $49.67. Telephone, internet, operating expenses for the town garage went over by $5,794.01. Highway overtime, $3,136.44. Salt and sand, $11,715 and a penny. Streetlights, $2,930.43. Tree removal, $10,075. And this is the one, the line I already told you about back in maybe December, January. Anyways, LoSiP, nothing was budgeted. This is the money that comes in now annually instead of racking up the money and asking for it when you have a project. So because there was nothing budgeted, the $28,544.88 that was used needs to go to town meeting. The money was received though. Let me just be clear about that. Transfer station salaries, $192.76. Well, monitoring wells, $3,246.50. Hauling costs, $2,042.11. The transfer station was the other area that was way under, as you can obviously see. Next, we go to the Douglas Library, that was over $981.06. Memorial Day expenses, $50.58. The pool, this is recreation now. The lifeguard salaries, $11,743.13. The water for the pool, $1,372.47.
Is that because they had more lifeguards than they budgeted for?
Yeah, that's recreation.
Okay.
Events and activities, right? No, I'm sorry, porta potties. $1,326.37. Rohrbach building supplies, this basically maintains our Rohrbach building,
Mhm.
$148.12. And then final one is the payoff on the Freightliner. The interest was higher, $1,143.72.
And then you had the decreases on this side.
Right. The parts, yeah, that side is where we're pulling the money from. And if we don't do the transfers, we're in violation.
Need a motion to do the transfers.
So moved.
Motion been made and seconded. Now, any discussion on these transfers?
I just have a couple of questions about lines, but I think it would be good if we compile questions and then they be forwarded to the departments. And then we get answers from departments. So I'll write an email to everyone about my questions. And I think if everybody else has questions, they could do the same.
Yeah.
Just one question, the LoSiP, you said that money was already, you received that or no? Is that right?
Anybody else?
Oh, one question. After we do this, are we gonna make a motion to go to town meeting for the other ones?
Right. We have to make a motion that the selectmen go to the town meeting,
Right.
call it town.
Either one.
meeting. Okay. No further discussion. All those in favor of accepting the report as presented and making the move the funds as presented.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion's carried. Now we need a motion to go to a town meeting.
So moved.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you, Emma. Selectmen's time. One selectman here, one on Zoom. Greg, you there?
Can you hear me, Doug?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm on the side of the road, so I got to look at my other phone for a report while I'm on Zoom on the other. I got from the highway department what I mentioned last month with the quote for both the truck and the body, which will be a motion at the next selectman meeting to go to town meeting. But just to describe the truck a little bit, it is a state contract truck, a Ford F600. It's a 4x4 diesel, and it is a main route plow truck, but it's the only one that's will be four-wheel drive because it'll be replacing the Dodge, and it's a gross vehicle weight of 22,000. So if somebody was out, we would be able to shift somebody that did not have a CDL to be able to, it's a non-CDL truck. So it can be operated in that fashion. And the state bid price on that truck was 78,845. And now I have to go to the body, which is on a different email. And I got to blow this up a little bit because it's the tiniest. 68,300. And that's for installation of body plow, all that good stuff. I won't get in all the weeds of it, but 68,000, 68,300. I wish 6,000. But that's also snowplow prep, trailer brake controlled, like getting that to the back, all the I'm just looking at the spec. It's very small, but yes, that's the body plow. So we will bring that up at the next selectmen meeting to vote to go to town meeting. So hopefully we do all these at the same town meeting. The only other thing that I had pressing tonight was that we were informed that we have another lawsuit against the town stemming from the same office. So in Brian's absence, I was on the phone with town council yesterday and today to retain a third party attorney, because it can't be our town attorney, to represent our assistant town clerk. No idea what to expect fund wise, but hopefully it's quick and simple, but we won't know until we get into the weeds on it.
Okay, so we need a motion to go to town, on that same town meeting, you can do the
Yeah, when we do
changes.
our motion for the town meeting for the truck, we have to make the motion to go to town meeting to do the LoSEP transfer, I believe, correct?
You have to, and you have to go to town meeting to do these transfers.
Right, so So we'll
Yeah.
do all of
Just
that
that
at the town meeting, that we vote on at the next selectmen meeting.
Okay. And then you have to, do this LoSiP, funding too?
Yes. So we'll have basically the transfers, the LoSiP, which was the only one over 20,000, and the two for actually, I think the truck would be a combined, with a total, for the truck, not two separate votes, but, you can't buy one without the other. So, and then I just wanted, at the last meeting, there was a lot going around. I just, after hearing the report, and I knew it at the time, but I just wanted to clarify that we were not $70,000 over on attorney's fees this last fiscal year. It was the fiscal year before the attorney's fees were under the $20,000 threshold for this year. So, just to clarify that, point from the last Board of Finance meeting.
Okay. The only other thing I had was that, we were gonna discuss that, the funding for the park there. But, after doing some research, that's LoSiP money. Or and private funds. So, it doesn't actually come under our jurisdiction unless you don't get the LoSiP fund, and you have to come back to us. You want to be, um,
And not all of that was LoSiP funds. I think it's being read wrong because I inquired about that after the last meeting, and the asphalt was actually Town Aid Road and the LoSiP was for the fencing. So, and we did get reimbursed for LoSiP. So, yes, you are correct in your statement there.
okay. So we don't have to go, into that. All right, so any other questions for the,
Well, we have a motion, right, to go to town meeting, or where you called for a motion?
oh, yeah.
Okay, so moved for the town meeting on the truck.
Second. Any discussion?
Yeah, Craig, I just had a question. If you saw multiple bids on that, correct?
They expect the truck to fit what they wanted. It's state contract. So state contracted price, which Doug will tell you is a price negotiated by the state of Connecticut to buy a specific vehicle.
Thank you.
State puts out the,
No
Bid.
matter what dealer you go to, it's the same price.
Exactly. Yep, thank you.
okay. Any other discussion on that? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. Board members' comments.
just one thought on the Bunny McLeod Park. I think the only remaining question that I know of is if the portion that was used by Town Aid Road went out to bid. I think everything else has been answered. We have that fact sheet that I presented to you with LoSiP that clarifies that. And that's the only thing that I could remember that is unanswered.
Okay. Um, I'll have to, find out. Greg, you'll have to find out on that question.
I
Back
can
to
find
us.
out. I will tell you that from what I was told, the use of Ben Metcalf was because the labor was donated, which won't show up on a budget sheet. So we paid just for asphalt.
And the asphalt probably was, state bid price.
Correct. But when all of the park things were brought up, it was presented to Mr. Metcalf, and I believe that he donated the labor and we paid for the material.
Any other questions?
No,
All right, before we go to public comment, I want to apologize to the committee here for last month's meeting for allowing it to get out of hand. Public comment is for public to make comments and to come up to the stand here, say what you have to say. We as committee members listen and we are not to engage. And unfortunately, I let it get out of hand last week. So I apologize to those committee members that were here. With that, public comment. Anyone have it? Hearing none?
So move.
We need to adjourn.
You made the motion, I'll second it.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming.